Hey, everybody, welcome to Doug's Open Mic with your host in the middle of drinking a beer, Doug Woodard.
Gotta get prime for this stuff.
DUG, how are you tonight?
I am good. I am good. Got some good stuff tonight, as usual.
What do we have tonight, Doug?
We have Dave DeAngelis and some girl. I
Sorry,
never
hold
heard
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Can you say his last name for me one more time?
of. DeAngelis.
Okay.
Did I screw it up? I'm
No, but you
known
should
for
probably learn how to pronounce it at some point.
it's him and Mark Bernardo.
Well,
Problems.
one of
But-
them you're probably going to have to learn how to say eventually. So, yeah, Dave DeAngelis, and who's the other guest?
Some girl I never heard of. Allie Woodard? Have you ever heard of her? Or ever seen her?
I have seen her. She is your daughter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yes, she is your daughter. So,
One of two, by the way.
One of two. That's right. You have another one. What's her name?
Jessica Woodard. Jessica Bone now. She just got married. So
Good job.
I gotta get that one straight too. I can pronounce that one. Bone. That one I got.
All right. So we had a complaint that we want to address.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about the complaint?
We had a complaint from one of my old time buddies that we went down to the farmers market and did some video there, and he called me the other day and said, "Where is it?" And it's like, well, there are things going on these days, but we will.
So, all right. So here we go. Here, this is raw footage, so I have no idea what it's gonna look like. But send him the link to this video. All
There you
right.
go. And so he's the complainer was the banjo player, which
And I didn't even realize that was going to be the video with him featured a lot in there. So that was great. And yeah, I'll make that full video this weekend for him.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm
I'll-
promising that, but I'll do that. So our guests are in the unique situation where they're gonna bring themselves on when they want. No hands.
all right.
So why don't you try it? Why don't you try announcing them?
All right.
He, the producer, will try to bring them on just by sheer magic.
All right, by sheer magic. Introducing Dave DeAngelis and Allison Woodard. Full disclosure. There they are.
We're here.
Hey everybody.
Traffic,
Did
I
it.
heard.
I'm magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. House traffic.
Yeah.
So full disclosure, like we said, is that Allison's my daughter. Dave, I've known Dave for, God, I bet you I've known him since he was 6 years old.
Probably.
Easy. And it's,
Yeah.
Preschool
so-
age, right?
So I'm going to digress slightly for a second because I just started this one night. So hopefully Mike Shikoria will be watching this at some point. And I just, want to say that, his grandfather just died, but I had to tell a story about his grandfather. What a guy he was. He's like, his grandfather would go to every one of Mike's shows. And I mean, everyone, no matter where. I mean, a couple of times I saw him down the Malted Barley, at 11 o'clock at night, not teenagers, because that would be illegal.
That's true.
A fresh
But
21.
as young as you
A
can
fresh
get in the
21.
bar, you mean.
Yeah, fresh one, new, loud
I didn't want to be
beers
there.
flying over, getting spilled, and he's just in the back,
Oh yeah.
just watching, like, and everyone. I was so impressed with that.
Yeah. I was too. He would always be there till the last song.
Yeah. He wouldn't even just come in for, like,
No. He would not
He-
stop by. He was there for the long haul.
he's better than me.
Oh yeah. he was committed.
Yeah, I'm a stop by guy. It's like,
He even went to green tea shows all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's just like, and again, I saw him at some of them. And it's like, wow, there you go.
It'd be hilarious at the Barley. I'm looking around and there's all these 21-year-olds, and then there's an 83-year-old in the corner just chilling. There's no problems in the world.
Yep, no, absolutely, yep.
Because he wasn't overwhelmed at it. He was just soaking it in. He loved it. Or at the Haversham at 12:30, he would still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's better than me. It's like,
Better
Me
than
too.
most people.
I feel like one's that.
You
It was
better than me. We
Ben at
actually,
the
for the
time.
first,
He
like,
was a lot younger.
of Happy in the Moon show, how many shows either of us had missed, me and Pops, and he won, like, straight up by a lot.
oh,
I was
I'm sure.
close. I used to go to every show, but he destroyed me in that. Doug, could you do me a favor and turn down your mic just a little bit?
Yep. All right, that would be.
How are we good?
How's that?
Yeah,
better?
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
changed
Dave,
it
you
much.
could. Yeah, that's great, Doug. Dave, you could go up a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. How about we just move it
Allie,
closer?
Allie's great. Yeah, that works.
I don't want to get too high.
You should see my setup,
Yeah.
Allison. It's pretty nifty, I have to say.
I said that last night when I was watching the perks. I went, ooh, look at the lighting. He's got like a good little thing going.
Oh, and I got a mix, mostly stuff that I've had for years anyway. So it's not like I went out and bought a lot of stuff. But I got mixer boards and webcams and
I think it looks
condenser
great.
microphones and oof,
Fancy.
I think it
fancy,
looks great.
fancy.
It is very, very nice. So all of that being said, Dave and Allie, you guys are
Hello.
singing a lot together as of late. Tell us a little bit about your duo, and your duo name that you're semi going by.
It's a funny joke, right? Do you want to take this? Talk about
Yeah,
it?
it's a funny joke.
I
Okay.
feel like I shouldn't sing with you, but I do now.
No, what? No, that's not the first thing we should say about it.
I just want somebody to say the name out loud.
Folk buddies. It's funny.
It is funny.
So anyway, we, as you know, Doug, Allison here
Yes,
loves music.
it's true. Woman
But-
has it.
Had a little bit of an issue, feeling comfortable singing.
Well, I gravitated towards band.
Exactly.
And then,
which is
like-
great.
Just did chorus and
Yeah,
met you, and you guys did all like the shows and everything.
yeah. But you've said many times now that you've wished you had done the shows more.
True.
Because then you did eventually. Did amazing. And I have to sing, so I love the fact that you sing, so I've tried to encourage you, like, our whole friendship, to sing with me, but you didn't really feel like you were down for that.
Took a little bit.
I mean, it's like you wouldn't do it, right? I would ask you all the time, and you'd be like, no.
Yeah.
It's still kind of hard to get you to do it.
But here we are with all our.
But
So that
all
was
our
my
time.
question, was going to be, Dave, are you having any luck to actually, at some point in time, which will be a while anyways because of issues, to actually, like, go to perks that will be like Dave and Allie on the sign?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right before this happened, he actually had kind of tricked me into
Not
committing
I asked.
committing to a whole set. He had a gig coming up at Perks.
Yeah.
And he asked if I would sit in for a set, and I was like, all right, fine. And then I was like, but don't hold me to it. And then I was
Well,
like, all
I
right,
wanted to
fine.
hold
Like,
you to it.
I
Of
know.
course you
And then I
have to
was,
hold it.
I told
But
you
then I said I would
specifically, I'm
do it.
going to hold you to it.
and then it
Yeah.
got canceled.
Yeah,
So-
it was going to be the last Sunday in April, and I was going to at least have the first set be just the two of us.
Yeah.
Out of 3 sets, I thought that was completely.
it was
no,
doable. I was gonna do
completely.
it.
It was
I
going
was
to be
gonna
great,
do it,
but
so maybe
mid-March.
now we have a lot of practice time. So
But
Yeah.
that's the thing. We're together in the house, obviously, because we're quarantining together. And I did meet up with Mike this week at a socially distant way, but I can't do that all the time. That was a very rare thing, and me as a germaphobe, I just can't handle it too much. So like this
I
is.
would say, good
so
for
this-
you.
It was very hard for me. It was very hard, but I did everything I could to be precautious. But this is my band now. Like this is what it is. So like I've loved just.
I mean, it's
Running
definitely
through-
fun.
It's
We don't have a ton
amazing.
of time, but
I
we-
love harmony. You love harmony. You have a thing where I think when we listen to songs, she sings the harmony 90% of the time over the melody.
Like, what song is that? I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm singing like the harmony part.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And I've always loved just literally singing with another person. So
Yeah. That's what I miss the most about this whole thing. Is just playing, all right, we can play, streams. We can play on our couch. We can practice. But it's,
Right.
But
there's
playing
still
with-
nothing like playing with people. There's just nothing like it.
Yeah, for
It's like,
sure.
kind of like sex by yourself. It's not the same.
it's not the same. It's just not the same.
All right, so Dave and Doug's daughter, let's get a song out of the way.
Okay.
Can you guys play something for us?
do? Friends fall in love.
We should do a song called "Do Friends Fall in Love." This is a song that I wish I wrote, but I didn't. It's by a great duo named Rachel and Vilry, comprised of Rachel Price from Lake Street Dive, and Vilry, the incredible guitarist and vocalist from New York. They put together an album. They met at the New England Conservatory, I
I
believe.
didn't know that.
And so they played together, and then they do 1940s style,
Yeah.
like jazz standards.
Yeah.
That it's a whole album of songs that you feel like are covers of old songs, but are all originals.
They're so good. It's
And
awesome.
They're a classic. Share the microphone. We're not going to share a microphone. But
Dad, if you haven't heard them, you should listen to it because
Yeah.
I feel like it's something you'd like.
so this is called "Two Friends Fall in Love." Here we go. Let me start again. There we go. Two friends, two hearts, too many nights to count them. But tonight was something new, and I know you felt it too. When we fell into the passion of a kiss around the world. We've shared these roads together. Every journey is grand when you're holding my hand. Do friends fall in love like this? A look that once was merely warm now blazes with an ardent desire. A touch that once was just a touch burns harder than a 5-alarm fire. Oh, say you're mine for all our days to follow. What was innocent before has become a grand amour. Two friends fell in love like this. Love once was merely warm, now blazes with an ardent desire. A touch that once was just a touch burns harder than a 5-alarm fire. Oh, say you're mine for all our days to follow. As friends we live before,
And we'll live evermore.
together, two friends in love.
Alrighty then. Some little tricky rhythm in there a couple places.
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's where
That
you
took
get.
a little while to learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
But we got it.
It's a
It's a fun song. There's
Tricky.
supposed to be a nice whistle interlude there. So definitely check out the original.
It's so good.
Anyone who's watching, including you, Doug. I think you'll like the whole
yeah.
album.
I will. I got, you know what? I'm so far behind in listening, and no excuse either. I got all this time, and I got like 8 CDs that I'm gonna listen to, and it's like they're just sitting there staring at me.
It can be overwhelming though at this time because there is so much time.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I don't know what to start with.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
I don't know.
Everybody's not so busy except for Ben. Ben is like
Yeah,
the
he's-
monster right now.
He's like,
All right, we don't have to talk about this on every show that I do.
it's just a weird thing that needs
It's
to
a
be
weird thing. We're
discussed.
not used to it. It has to be talked about.
It's
Hey,
just weird.
listen, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not
I
doing.
mean,
anything.
it's fine. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
stuff.
By the way, I
No.
just want to thank. I just want to thank Glenn Kenzia shared this show right now on the Nick Taproom page. So that's
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
him. For
Thanks,
those who
Glenn.
don't know, tuning in, we had so far we've had some great people. We had Glenn Kenzier and Brad Bensko on for previous episodes. Both of those were super good.
Incredible.
Also, shout out to Glenn Thomas for an article in Billboard today, and
Absolutely.
yeah, and his album release show on Friday.
Yep.
Check that out and get his album. We've all heard it, at least Dave and Allie and I, from the CD release party that he had early for Westerly back in the fall, and it's
Good thing you
as
got that
usual. As usual, it's incredible.
in. It is. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, all. Nice
Hi, I'm
to
Marianne.
see everyone.
Hi.
So Doug, continue your interview.
Yeah. See, I said this in the beginning. I said, this is going to be tricky because I love these interviews because I love asking questions I kind of want answers to. And I kind of know all the answers. So it kind of wrecks the whole vibe for me a little bit.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, so what we'll do
Well,
is
it was your choice.
I know. It's a good choice. It's a good choice. I'm just saying I'm a little bit stuck here. So what we'll do,
what's
we'll
know
fill it
what's-
in with music. So give us
That's
another
true.
song. See?
Okay.
See, I have a backup plan.
Do you
There
know
you
what's funny for me when I have conversations with you, Doug? It's funny because I feel like I get way more enjoyment from your stories. So,
True.
Oh, should we turn the tables after this song?
maybe
We'll just ask you questions.
because the Doug
Yeah.
story is
Ah.
good stuff.
Oh, that's tricky.
We're not gonna try to like make you feel weird at all. It's just gonna be like a normal.
Good luck
question.
on that.
I think it'll be okay. I don't know about
Amen.
Ben and Allie,
Go
but I
ahead,
feel like
try.
it'll be okay. I feel like we'll be able to figure it out.
All right. I'm excited.
It's all twisted.
I'm gonna wait
Gotta
until
hate
Dave
it.
gets his
I
strap
got
on.
it. I got it. All right. Do we know
Uh,
what we're doing in this song?
We're gonna wing it.
Yeah.
We're good.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna put up this comment because it makes me feel weird. Doug, your wife
What is
said,
it?
"Hi, baby. I'm going to work now. I hope I can
Aw.
listen later at work."
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice, Doug. That she
Mom.
calls.
Yeah, she's
That's nice, Doug. That she calls
Nope,
you
that-
baby.
She texts me often.
She texts me often.
Does she voice the text mostly?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought so.
Because that's in
I can
adventure,
tell.
you get all those little weird little autocorrects.
Yeah.
For sure.
All
All
right.
You
right.
can usually tell who does voice to
Yeah.
text.
I do it sometimes. But
When I do it in my
It's
car,
nice
when
to
I
have.
when
When
I
you used
did
to
do it in
drive?
my car, yeah,
When you used
it
to
was.
drive?
But like, how horrible was it sometimes?
Oh, it was bad.
Melanie,
It was
I
like,
am
come
aware
on.
that message was for Allie. It's a joke.
It's funny.
she's still listening.
Go to
All right.
work.
Work. See, this is
Good luck.
This is one night. She does 1/3 shift every two weeks. So
That's not
that
bad.
was it.
It's better than when she was doing more.
Yeah. All right, so
All right.
this is a cover we're gonna attempt by First Aid Kit. It's called Emmylou.
Oh, the bitter winds are coming in, and I'm already missing the summer. Stockholm's cold, but I've been told I was born to endure this kind of weather. When it's you, I find like a ghost in my mind. I am defeated, and I gladly wear the crown. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judith. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. So much I know that things just don't grow if you don't bless them with your patience. And I've been there before, I've held up the door for every stranger with a promise. But I'm holding back, that's the strength that I lack. Every morning keeps returning at my window, and it brings me to you, and I won't just pass through,
But I'm not asking for a storm.
I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judith. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. And yes, I might have lied to you, but you wouldn't benefit from knowing the truth.
Was frightened, but I held fast. I need you now at long last.
I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judith. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judith. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Just sing, little darling, sing with me.
Alrighty then.
Not terrible, right?
Not terrible.
Oh, that was good.
We only really practiced it a little bit.
That was okay.
I thought it was fine.
We'll pass.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh.
We can't take ourselves too
Love it.
seriously, folks.
Oh,
Sure.
no way.
Jen Kilty, I love that song. All of us too.
Jen, and I'm
by
assuming
the way-
maybe Brian's watching too. So I got to tell a Perk story.
It's a
So,
big assumption.
Yeah, big assumption. I'll probably. Anyways, the top three people that kind of got me started in music, I would say, with Thor Jensen, Craig Edwards, and Brian Kilty. Brian was back when he just bought it from Eric, however many years ago that was. He kind of gave me my first paying gigs, and it was really very helpful that even back then to have perks on your resume when you went looking for a gig. It was like you go to some place and they said, well, one question you get if you're looking for gigs is, where else are you playing? So if I could just say, well, I play at Perks, of course. It's like, but I will play your place also, maybe.
Absolutely.
It's always the selling point.
It is
and-
absolutely a selling point. Perks is absolutely a selling point.
Anytime you say where you're from, you go, it's inevitable. Do you play at Perks and Quirks? And it's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like- and then they go, oh, well, okay.
Uh,
It's a legitimacy thing. It
is
really
very
is.
much
It's-
a legitimacy thing.
You know, it's not lost on me that I've
Absolutely.
been able to play solo gigs there. I think that's
So
incredible.
Brian, if you're listening, and Jen too, thanks much.
Thank you for everything, and thank you, Cosmic.
All right, so
Running the
hit me with a question. Try to make me feel weird. I dare you.
Ooh, Dave, that's a...
I didn't want to make it feel. Ben,
All right, let's make him feel weird. Let's make him feel weird, man.
Go ahead.
Wait, why am I
don't
doing
know.
it? No,
Let's hear
you
it to
guys are
Dave.
doing it.
come
I have no way to make him feel weird at all.
I didn't say. I just said
I
ask
don't
him
know,
a
like-
question, like a normal question.
You usually have good college stories.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to tell college stories?
I don't
should we
know.
have
Oh God! It's
Do you
like-
have a more recent story you feel like you need to
Should
tell?
we-
How about the?
story?
I mean, you've
how about
traveled
the-
all over.
How about the beautiful people parade?
Beautiful
story?
People Parade. You can talk about that.
Oh, the beautiful people. parade.
Jen, by the way, says, "Oh, thank you." Brian says he is listening and loves you
We
guys.
love you guys. Thank you.
All right. How do I do the beautiful people parade in like 5 minutes? All right.
I was gonna say, I feel like you could get it there.
So back in college, just say we used to smoke a lot of pot on occasion. But it was
Just
the
say.
70s, so there you go. And so anyways, we had this idea. At the time, I had this big Impala Super Sport convertible. You know, one of those big white cars where you could put of course it was, like 10 years old and the roof wouldn't work. And, put the roof up, you had to get in the trunk and flip it over and stuff. It didn't have any of like that.
Sounds
electrical
super
stuff.
easy.
But we decided we were going to have, and we had this poor girl, but she knew us. We had this girl, she was a model. She was model quality, right? And we were brutal to people about if you were an athlete or something, we were just, you got no respect from us,
Because you were not an athlete.
Oh, absolutely not.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really, I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm going to write a book about how to feel good when you're 50. So you don't have any joint pain and elbows and stuff like that. When you're in high school, play chess. There you go. There's the
No
secret.
contact sports.
No contact sports. You'll thank me for it.
There you go.
You will thank me for it. So anyways, so we decided to have this parade. Now, they lived on this, these girls that we knew lived on this little, the street was a dead end. It was literally like a block long. And we literally had this parade with like 5 cars in it, with her being in the middle car, like she was she was the queen of the parade, And,
But wasn't she dating an athlete who was also everyone thought was attractive.
Oh, no, he wasn't an athlete. He was just a beautiful person. You know,
Right.
I mean, if you put the two of them together, you can put them on a freaking magazine cover.
So you felt the need to put them on the back of a car.
They deserved it.
So
They deserved it. He said.
we didn't think they should be that popular, so we had to make fun of them.
Were there people lining the streets?
Well, I mean, it wasn't like maybe 10.
That's enough.
People probably came out to
It's
see what was going on.
10 people in the parade, and 15 people in the parade, and maybe 10 people watching.
That's a
and,
decent amount.
yeah. So it was fun.
I just
We
love
used
that
to do
image.
stuff like that all the time. It just like keep ourselves amused.
Also the graduation party that we had. We 1 year I graduated high school, Jess graduated AMDA, and my dad was turning. I think we just
Something.
decided to loop it into we're having a party, so let's make it a party.
Yeah.
It was around his birthday. It was when Jess brought like all the AMDA friends back and everything. It was in the backyard. And I just remember at one point Mom came out with like a stack of pictures, and it was like you and Aunt Kathy and everyone like finger painting and pudding, like chocolate pudding.
No, it was it was regular finger paints, but
Oh, what?
we weren't that weird. We were
okay.
we were finger painting with regular finger paints. Now, granted, we were 19 years old, but
I thought it was chocolate pudding for some reason. I just remember the picture. I thought it was chocolate pudding.
You took it to a new level.
So, well, it was just finger
You know
paint
what?
then.
back if you smoke if you smoke enough pot, finger painting gets to be a lot of fun.
All the
It takes
pictures,
a lot,
though.
though. It takes a lot.
They were all holding their pictures like,
Oh,
it was great. Those
And-
pictures
and-
came out. I was like, nice. That's funny.
Yeah.
They were funny.
and Jessica's friend Cressa, who I love.
Yes, that's who I was thinking of when she,
Yeah,
like,
she
brought
looked
around.
at your picture and she goes to Jessica. She goes, "Your dad is so stoned."
That's why I thought it was chocolate pudding.
Ben, you
Your
remember
mom's-
that? I remember when they were breaking those out because I remember the commotion and checking them out.
Yeah, you
Completely.
guys were there.
And everyone
Completely.
was like, wow.
Melody says no. Grandma brought the pictures, and I just have to say,
Oh.
Melody, go to work.
No, she means, yeah,
No, I know.
my grandmother brought them. That
Yeah.
makes
She
sense.
definitely
Yeah.
like showed other
So
people.
that
Yeah.
that didn't work and make me feel weird. By the way,
Oh, well,
I didn't
So
want that,
I've,
so I'm
you know,
but
I've
I gotta
now,
get
I've
started,
now
man.
officially, I've
Ben will
now
make it feel weird.
officially
He's good.
decided.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Hey,
What if you officially
Rude.
decide? Let's move on.
I've officially decided that I'm starting a show
Yeah.
called Coffee with My Parents, and Coffee with Your Parents, and it's gonna be kids asking their parents weird questions like that.
There you go.
That's great
and to
stuff.
tell stories. Yeah,
That's
I think
good
that's
I
great.
love it.
And Doug, I want you to be on with Allie and Jess.
and Jess. Ooh, we can do all three
sure.
of us.
now I
Yeah.
have to say though,
And
Absolutely.
add mom's got to be there. We'll just have
once
a
I
whole
got
family
into the
coffee
corporate
hour.
world, I did
Yeah,
stop behaving on the whole pot.
Family
front
Coffee
because-
Hour is a better name.
Because you were in the corporate world.
Yeah,
couldn't.
it was just too much risk about doing something stupid and losing a really good job. So I just
Absolutely.
but we had our fun.
Absolutely.
And
Uh,
as you said, it was the 70s. There you go.
And college.
And college.
That just
Yeah.
had to happen.
Absolutely.
Like the
Um,
Astros. I don't know.
well, you guys, well, we are 5 minutes over our normal
Good
time.
episode though.
Because of the beautiful people parade. Like that's like
Yeah, but Mom has cool Newport stories.
Okay.
I heard your melody. Are you asking for a song at the end?
hold on. Somebody said hi, Jess.
Oh,
She's not
Marion,
here.
Marion, come on, Marion. You got to know which niece is which.
No, she meant because we were talking about her. She'll come in. We'll have a.
Unless Jess is
Group meeting.
watching and she can see that in the little
she's
green
stalking.
thing.
She's
And Jess,
stalking
if you're watching,
I think
comment.
Jess probably has like a migraine.
Oh, I saw that today.
Her Instagram stories, correct?
Oh no. I don't check people's Instagram stories as much as I should.
Oh, you should.
Get on
Jessica
Facebook,
is
get on
watching.
Instagram, man.
Jessica is watching.
Am I
Say
right?
hey, Jess.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, Jess.
Oh, I
Hey.
meant her say.
That
Anyway.
works too. All right. Are you guys gonna? Do you guys want to play us out with a song or?
Do you want to? Oh, hi.
I didn't mean to get so close. I was just
Which
like,
one do you want to do?
I don't know.
By the way, guys, for the like 20 people watching or whatever it is, leave a comment if you think it's ridiculous that it took us 12 years to get Allie to sing like this.
It's not, because it doesn't matter. It matters that she's more comfortable now.
And yeah, and I love it, and I'm very, very happy that she's been doing it. Doug, what do you think about this? What do you think about your daughter singing?
Oh, I do. In fact, I've always been with all my kids as like, people would probably say I'm too liberal. It's like, hey, don't just do whatever you want to do. You know, it's like
I tried a lot of things.
Far be it for me to tell you what to do. You know, you do what you just if you drink, don't drive, don't fight. You know, that's it.
2 rules. Otherwise, try whatever.
Otherwise, that's like stupid is okay. Stupid, we all can be stupid.
I went to beauty school for like halfway and was like, meh.
And
You know.
yeah. So
But
so
you
what?
got just
tried
far
it.
enough to make it work. for
I can
us.
handle a buzz cut for you guys. Don't worry.
Thank you.
No, that's an excellent way to parent. It's a very healthy way to do it.
Well,
Turn
it
you
probably
into
doesn't
a
work
good-
with every kid. You know, the whole thing about parenting too is like
So
just because what
specific.
works with one kid doesn't work with another.
That's
right?
always been my like someone who's asked me a question of like not advice, but like what did you do in this situation? I'm like, I can tell you what I did, but that doesn't mean anything for you.
Yep.
So
And the other thing is, God was quite smart in not giving me any boys because that would have been a disaster. That would have been,
Why do you think that?
Well, because they was like, Dad, can you show me how to throw a football? It's like, you don't want, no, you don't want to throw a football. Play chess. Come on, you know. It's like,
That's great.
Dad, how do you,
you can
pick
do
up
whatever
girls?
you want unless it's sports.
So you were thrilled about that, though.
Yeah, Dad, how do you pick up girls? Alcohol.
For confidence?
Ben, we've lost Ben. Ben, how does this episode rank?
My favorite Doug's Open mic ever.
This has been great.
Oh, all right. What did Marion say? Enjoyed you all. Enjoyed the stories. Glad Allison, you guys can call her Allie, is singing more. She sounds
Ben.
great.
I love that Ben
Dave,
didn't
great as
need
usual.
this until
Ben, you
today.
pull it all together as usual. Doug, so glad I caught your open mic finally.
Hey.
Thank you, Aunt Marion.
Thanks, Aunt Marion.
Thanks for
Thanks,
watching.
thanks, Aunt Marion.
Thanks for watching often, by the way, when we stream.
Yeah, so Dave and Allie.
Entertaining or
All
something.
right, take us out, my friends.
David,
All right.
Doug, I'm doing a
Bedtime.
plug. Doug, I'm doing a plug.
All right, all right.
Jeez.
Plug it.
Dave and
plug
Allie, live every Friday night, 9 to 11.
We do
Friday
our
Night
best.
Live, Dave DeAngelis and friends, and the friends, generally speaking, is just me and Allie. But, oh yeah, we're right.
That's all the friends you
there.
No,
have.
point this way though.
It
'cause
is
then
all
we
the
point at
friends
each
we
other.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're there.
You're not wrong. It kind of gets to the acquaintance level, right?
Yep.
After that.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Thank you for having us, Doug.
Yeah.
Thanks,
see you
Dad.
soon.
Bye,
Keep
Dad.
talking.
Bye.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
We're gonna stumble through this last song. We
think we'll
stumbled
be
through
all
the first two. Why don't we stumble
Sorry,
this one?
everybody.
Some James Taylor. Is this too high? I think this was. what
I
you
don't
said.
remember.
Yeah. Well, the sun is surely sinking down, and the moon is slowly rising.
No! No! No!
Huh?
We can't! We can't go on.
I love it.
We have to explain
You have to
this.
explain. You do it. I'm not doing it.
Doug friggin' left.
Can you screen capture this video? You can't, right?
Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, I might play it.
Bye, Dad.
Peace out, guys.
Doug-
I'm
Maybe he had
leaving
to
the
be-
stream. I'm leaving the stream.
Doug left the show without listening to David Alley finish it
I
out.
think he was mad that we were a little late for the preamble. I thought we did okay. That was a good interview, though.
I
wasn't
just
it?
want to
We
say
gotta
that
get outta here.
if this
is
was Brad,
appropriate, this is
if-
not our show.
if this was Brad and Kat, he would have stayed.
Brad and Cat write original music.
All right.
Well,
All right, see
Bye.
you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.